So you want to be a Lalo Master? Here are 3 examples of Lalo that you can use to learn exactly how. Welcome back to the Class Tips YouTube channel. We are going to start our attacks with my absolute favorite, the Belly Donut Lalo. It's called a belly because it's bats and skellies. I guess kind of clever, rather than a skelly donut Lalo. It's a belly donut Lalo. Anyway, you start off with your rage, and then you put down an invisibility spell, then you drop your bat spell, and then you drop your skelly spell. Typically, it can be done with 3 invisibility spells. Sometimes you can do it with 2 and an earthquake. There are a few different ways to do it, so make sure that you practice before you do it. It's not something that you can just jump in on any war and just say, oh, hey, I'm going to try a belly donut, or oh, hey, I'm going to try a skelly donut. It's not that easy to do, and so make sure that you put in the practice before you actually do it. Typically, after you do a skelly donut, or a belly donut in this case, you're going to do a Sui Heroes. I love how he pushes his king into that compartment with the air defense and the expo and the wizard tower. Do not just let your king walk down the side picking up trash buildings. If you can, push your king inside. Of course, in this case, he's using his queen to go after the town hall. And then once that town hall is secured, he has to decide whether he wants his Lalo to come from the right or to come from the left. The queen is still up. So a lot of times with your Sui Heroes, you're going to go after a hero, or the queen in this case, at Town Hall 12. So in order to rectify that, he's actually sending in a Stone Slammer, and inside that Stone Slammer is going to be a dragon, and that dragon typically is going to take out that queen. It's going to target that queen. At the same time, that Stone Slammer does a great job of funneling so that his loons just have this straight shot path right through the eagle over the top. The ADs are lined up perfectly to where his loons are just going to path from one defense to the next defense. He can trickle in the loons, which you can see right now, so that he can keep his loons all together in one pack. He's going to save his freezes for that backside Inferno, knowing they can do a lot of damage to his loons. And I don't know if you noticed earlier, but that Archer Queen actually went down to the pups, and it went down to the Grand Warden. They actually took it down before the dragon needed to, so that was kind of a bonus on this attack. But this is classic textbook for a Skelly Donut or a Belly Donut. You want to do the Skelly Donut. You want to Sui your heroes into a part of the base. You either want to Lalo through the town hall, or you want to Sui into the town hall, and then you want to do your Sui around one side or the other of the base. If you follow this channel for any length of time, or you follow me on Twitter, you know that I absolutely love Lalo. It's something that I used to do all the time at Town Hall 9, and there are so many really cool ways to do Lalo now. Hopefully this video will help you learn how to do those different ways of Lalo as well. The first attack that we watched, of course, was a Belly Donut Lalo. The second attack we're going to watch is a Zap Lalo. I want you to notice all of this value that's around the eagle was not a smart decision on the base builder's part to leave those 2 expos within range of each other, also within range of the eagle. I think the reason that he did that is because typically with any attack, you're not just going to zap out the eagle, because it takes so many zaps and a quake in order to take all of that out. But if you can get that value, it's no different than a Skelly or a Belly Donut Lalo. You're going to take out a central portion of the base, or a portion of the base that you can get a ton of value in. You're actually using close to the same amount of spells. Going to Sui your heroes into a compartment of the base, taking out the CC, and then also in this case, the king is going to go for that AQ, the enemy AQ. That's going to be something that's super important with the Lalo as well. With the other attack, he actually used a Stone Slammer with a dragon inside in order to take out the queen. Queen ended up going down to the Grand Warden ability and the lava pups, but still, it's something you have to keep in mind. On the last attack, he actually did a Queen Hero dive into the town hall, because that's something that's super important to take down. It's the most dangerous defense on the base. In this attack, instead of suing his heroes into the town hall, he's deciding instead to actually send his Lalo through the town hall. And kids, this is not something you need to try at home. This is something that is very difficult. This is very high strategy, especially because that town hall is not activated yet. And so if something goes wrong, and if the loons path over that town hall and the percentage doesn't reach 50% yet, that town hall will not activate, and it will wreak havoc on your loons. So make sure that you practice this. Make sure that this is something that you watch videos for. Watch this channel for videos doing something similar. But I love how he does it. He actually passes his loons over the town hall, puts that haste down, and then smashes his Warden Tome to make sure that all of those loons are safe. He, of course, is making sure that that central pack of loons stays in the center by putting these directing loons in from the right and the left, from the top and the bottom, and then he just smashes the base. I mean, this was an absolutely beautiful Lalo. Again, I get really excited about beautiful Lalo attacks because I love doing them. Sometimes I don't do as good as this, but I definitely have a goal to. Hopefully you do as well. Hopefully this video helps. This last one is actually voted one of the toughest Lalo strategies, and that's QC Lalo. The reason that QC Lalo can be so difficult is because understanding the value that your queen can actually get on the queen charge is of uber importance. I love how he uses his king not just to funnel. Don't ever just send your king just to walk down the side of a base picking up trash buildings, because he can do so much more than that. He is so much more than just a meathead, and you can actually use him to get some really good value on the base. So the king is actually funneled in to get that AD, to get that cannon, to get that expo, to get that bomb tower, and the queen is funneled to go in after that town hall. And if you decide to do a queen charge, because in this case he could have done Sui Heroes, he could have decided to do that, you have to look and make sure that the queen charge is actually going to get the value that you need after you get your initial value that would have been gotten anyway with just a Sui Heroes. In this case, again, after the initial hero push, he has to decide, is he going to bring in his Lalo from the bottom? Is he going to bring his Lalo in from the top? If he brings it in from the top, he has that queen to deal with, but if he brings it in from the bottom, then his queen charge can take care not only of the queen, but can also take care of that AD, can take care of that Warden statue, can take care of that Inferno Tower. And so because of that, he decides to bring his Stone Slammer in from the bottom to take care of that Inferno Tower, because again, it would have taken multiple loons to take out that Inferno Tower, and a Stone Slammer is actually perfect for that. And then it's just a straight shot for the rest of his loons, straight up the middle of the base. That Hound is going to tank perfectly, and he doesn't even have to use any spells from the get-go, because it's just literally a straight line from that right side over across the base to that left side. That Stone Slammer is actually funneling to make sure that all of the loons stay together in a pack, just go in a straight line. He's using funneling loons on the left side around 8 o'clock, I would say, to keep his loon pack going. He's using that Hound to tank. He's keeping an eye on his queen charge. And notice that he hasn't even used any spells yet. He's being patient with his freeze. He's being patient with his haste. He's waiting until his loons get to the spots that are going to be most opportune to use that freeze, to use that haste, knowing that he doesn't need to use it yet. He can just be patient. He's letting his queen do the work. That expo is not targeting his loons. He finally does haste and tome. And again, remember that haste and tome is a deadly combo. If you tome and if you can put a haste down at the same time and get through several key defenses, then you're going to have an awesome time defeating a base. Hopefully these videos were helpful. I love these attacks. As I've said, I love Lalo. If you like this video, please let me know below in the comments. Let me know which Lalo you prefer. If you would subscribe to the channel, we're going to put out more videos like this in the future, and hopefully you enjoyed.